card with a sweet one bliss. Someone flips me a bag body. So, it's another one. It's another one, yeah. It's a full span, yeah. Oh, it's another one. It's another one, yeah.
Welcome, fight fans. This is another episode of Mr. Neutral Meats, and tonight my guest is the one and only Mr. Billy Nelson. But before we get into Billy, here's a word from our sponsors. Yes, there they are, our proud sponsors, D-Rock. Please check out the website in the links below. If there's anything you like, please put in the promo box, iBoxingHub24, and enjoy 40% off courtesy of iBoxingHub. Billy, welcome to the show, mate. You have been flooded with interviews since Martin Bakole beat Jared Anderson on the Turkey Al Sheikh card there. This interview is more. I want to direct this interview more towards you, Billy, because I feel that you've been very underappreciated in the social media world, and it was important for us at iBoxingHub to get you from a personal standpoint. Bill, let's take you back to when you retired from professional boxing, and what made you take that step into what you know as a coach and stroke manager, by the way?
Well, I wasn't a professional boxer. I only boxed amateur for Peter Harrison.
Oh, excuse me.
The Glasgow Phoenix Club. Glasgow Transport it was at the time, sorry. Glasgow Phoenix was when a few years later on. I just boxed amateur for Peter, and when I stopped amateur boxing, Peter said to me, he was the one person that he trusted wholeheartedly in boxing, and would have become his assistant trainer to Scott Harrison, who was his son.
Son. That's right. Yeah.
And Peter Harrison was a magnificent coach, magnificent person. But he was the best coach in Britain in my eyes. Way years ahead of everybody, and I got a great education from him. Brilliant.
He was head of Scotland boxing at the time, wasn't he?
No, at the time, no.
No.
That came just after Scott never fought his proposed fight with Nicky Cook. Peter then took on the Scotland amateur job, and I took over the gym for him. And I've been myself since.
Right. Your gym's in Moss End, is that right?
Green Girls now. I'm up
Green Girls now. That was your old one.
And that's my new one.
Right. I mean, talking to Peter Harrison and Scott, obviously a father and son team. Before we get into that, I want to tell people that, listen, Billy, everybody that you've ever trained and you've brought to honours. And if I can just give off a quick wee list here for the fans, you trained the late Willie Limond, rest in peace, lightweight champion, super lightweight, and then Ricky Buns, obviously, 3-weight world champion, Paul Appleby, featherweight champion, David Brophy, Commonwealth Super-Middleweight champion, John Simpson, featherweight, and of course Stevie Simmons, the IBF Cruiserweight, and of course you got Lewis Ritson, the lightweight, is very highly regarded. It's no coincidence that these gentlemen have benefited under your guidance. You know, the stories I've been hearing that, you know, trainer of the year is not far off for Mr. Billy Nelson. You know, and Martin Bakole's latest success, and congratulations, by the way, just highlights that fact that what did you bring to these guys that they've never seen before?
That's very hard for me, but you'd be better asking them that question. I just bring honesty, and I like to think I'm a good teacher, somebody that the boxer can understand and pick things up quite quickly. Make things simple. People make things
That's
hard.
what you
I
said
try and make
in an
things as
interview.
simple as
Yes,
possible and easy to pick up, and I give them the reasonings why we do it one way, and a reason why we shouldn't do it another, and I point out what the differences are and what can happen if you do it the wrong way compared to the correct way.
So Ricky Burns once said that you made boxing look simple, and you look for the faults or the weaknesses in the opponents that he's either sparring or fighting. And then if they take that information on, and by the way, that Martin Bakole, the way you told him that left uppercut was going to finish the fight, just was testament to that. So that insight into the boxer's weaknesses, it's a wonderful talent to have, Billy, you know, because you can study a fighter, break him down, and then transfer that information to you know, your boxers in the ring.
Well, that's what I like to think. I'm okay, you know, and I'm really that.
Don't undersell yourself. Don't undersell yourself. So you know, you had a very good, a different relationship with Ricky Burns than you did with Martin Bakole. I got the sense when doing some research on you, Billy, that your relationship with Ricky was very good, based on a very strict business. You both knew what you wanted out of him, and what he was, how then to transfer that into becoming a three-weight world champion. The way you are with Martin, however, I feel that you get that because of the way Martin's story, and that's what we're all about at iBoxingHub. We love the story behind a fight, which for me, incidentally, sells a fight. Your relationship with Martin is, would I be right in saying, is more of a father-son relationship, like we've seen before with Custamato and Mike Tyson, Freddie Roach and Manny Pacquiao, for instance, and you know, Angelo Dundee with Muhammad Ali. Am I right in that you've got a very different style of relationship with both boxers?
No, very much so. Ricky came into the gym, and the first thing that I noticed with Ricky, he had a lot of speed, but Ricky had so many fundamental mistakes. And bear in mind, he lost twice for the British title before he came to me, and then he was very fortunate. He was very fortunate after Carl Johansson. He came to my gym, and I changed his style completely, because Ricky couldn't put one foot in front of the other. Ricky only knew how to circumnavigate the ring on it, going left and going right. But we had to change his style completely, utilising that speed that he had. He had fantastic speed, but he never quite used it to its full benefit. And once he started going forward, he realised that he could land a lot more telling punches on the opponents, and he became a very, very good fighter. And
you said you didn't have.
With regards to Martin came to Scotland with absolutely zero. You know, he turned up here with nothing, and
That's right.
I got him a flat. We got him a car. We fed him. We watered him. We looked after him. Like, like a son, you know, because I felt it was my responsibility to look after him because he's a guy that's came to my country the same way he looked after me when I went to Congo a couple of weeks ago. You know, I wanted for nothing. Not that I asked for anything, but you would want for nothing, and the same had to apply for him when he was here because he's my responsibility.
Since being with you, you've been on record as saying he come with nothing, he's worked hard, and he listened, and he's now a wealthy man because of that. You know, that must fill you with pride.
That makes me really happy. If my fighters can leave boxing with something substantial, you know, whether it be the house paid for or a half decent amount of money in their bank account for them and their family. Obviously, that Martin's a heavyweight and he's a successful heavyweight, so he'll get a bit more than what other fighters would get. But he's doing well for himself now, and I'm thrilled to bits for him and his family because they're lovely people.
Brilliant. Now let's moving on to Martin now, and I seen an interviews you had with IFL and a couple of others where you were pressed obviously for what Martin was going to do next. I see maybe on social media, and I get criticised for a lot for my takes. Billy, don't be under no illusions there, but I see a more gradual step than maybe the others. People want to throw him in with Big Bang Zhang, Anthony Joshua, etc. I was looking at actually Joseph Parker's type of fight next for him. Would you disagree with that?
Yeah, I would. Sorry, Zhang's the fight.
Is that far more?
There was potentially four opponents, and Zhang being the hardest one, and we took Zhang.
Now, obviously, Martin had a brilliant show and beating Jared Anderson on one of his cards. Did you have a chat with the good Sheikh after the fight of what any plans he might have? You know, anything that excited him for the future with Martin?
No, I've not had the privilege of meeting His Excellency Turki Al Sheikh yet. Although about an hour ago, I was invited down on the 21st of September with Martin to do exactly that, to meet him.
Brilliant. That tells me potential. That gives me good vibes because the chess moves, people motives, things don't happen for nothing reasons. And wish you all the best of luck in your thing. But yeah, obviously Big Bang Zhang fight in Riyadh. The Chinese interest in that fight would be off the scale. The potential exposure for man, yeah, I totally get it. And yeah, if that could be made, and well, Big Bang Zhang has already been on a couple of Turkey cards. Why not? Why not indeed? Now,
Turkey,
let's look.
Bang said that he'd be willing to fight Martin and that he'll knock Martin out in 5 rounds, so he's up for it. So the only people,
that's well.
The only people that could object to it is his team.
That's right. Yeah, when he comes out and says something like that, that sort of puts his team under pressure to, oh God, if this actually, Martin's team make an offer, then what's he going to do? Is he going to turn it down? He'll be under the auspices of Turki Al Sheikh. He'll know about it. So,
well, it's no Martin's team that makes it. Let me finish. It's no Martin's team that make the offer. It's Turki Al Sheikh that would make the offer.
Sorry, that's true. Yeah.
So we're all the promoters are supposedly working together now. So why would they not make that fight?
Exactly, and not that Martin wouldn't be ready and wouldn't accept any offer by the Turki Al Sheikh straight away.
Martin's training already.
Let's keep off. He's what? Sorry.
He started training already in Congo.
He's already in training. Oh, that
Well,
see, I've heard
light
there could
training.
be a light training.
Sorry?
I've heard there could be another card in February in America.
I've no idea. I've no idea. There might be one in China in the
Yeah.
first week of November.
Oh goodness gracious! Wouldn't that be amazing? Going to China for a fight.
And one over there. How good would that be? I mean, Martin's won. Martin's won in Dubai, Saudi Arabia, France, Poland twice, America.
He's not afraid of going away on the way ground and
No,
getting the victory.
we like a wee trip abroad and then come back with victory.
Yeah. See, if this fight does get made, Billy, I'm under no illusion. I'm sticking with Martin still because he's got the age, the youth on Big Bang. For me, be 42 by that time. This is no better time to fight somebody like Zhang. He's had a few good wars recently. Yeah, no better time, and I would fully expect a Martin Bakole victory. And let's, in theory, let's get ahead of ourselves. In your brilliant mind, how do you think that would work out for Martin when it comes to the next step up?
The next step would be a world title fight. It's got to be. It's got to be.
Got to be.
Because he's been number one for over a year in the WBA. The WBA is due its mandatory, as is the WBO. I mean, there's going to be a big fight in Saudi in December, and the winner of that versus the winner of Martin versus, if it's Zhang, could fight comfortably for the world title, or a version of the world title, early part of next year.
What an incentive! What an incentive for man! And and testament to him, the fact he's already in light training, ready to go into full camp, is testament to his hunger. Now, that interesting question as always, Billy, about boxers. With some trainers, it's very hard to keep that hunger going once they find success. Martin's not that kind of guy to get the silk sheet.
He's not found success yet. He's not found success. He's done nothing yet. He's only went to
Not the
America.
success he wants, but a measure of success.
So there's still lots and lots of hunger in that belly. Has lots of hunger in that body. Good. Because
that's what I wanted to gauge.
We've no one. He's not done what we've set out to do, and that's potentially 2 fights away. So the next fight's
and you're not going to let him forget that.
He won't forget that. I don't need. He's not a child. I don't speak to him like a child. He's an adult. He's a 30, 31, 32-year-old man. He knows this. He's got a what's the word I'm looking for? He takes responsibility.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
It's not only to himself, but to his family, everything else that goes.
He knows what he's got to do. He knows what he's got to do. He knows that he's not there yet. And it was one of the first things I said to him in the ring. Feet on the ground. Still got more fights. At least 2 weeks before we win a world title.
2 years.
2 fights.
2 fights for a world title. That, of course, he's interim champion now, right?
No.
No,
he's number.
I thought I'd seen it.
He's number one in the WBA. I think it's 3 in the IBF and WBC, and 5 in the the IBF, something like that.
Brilliant stuff. Brilliant. Well, the caveats that, the obstacles that for a fight like this seem to be diminishing. Yeah, he will get the Big Bang Zhang if Turkey Al-Sheikh has got anything to do with it, because basically, if he's interested in a certain fight, he'll do everything in his power to make it happen. World champion in 2 fights. The the current guys that are in Fury, AG, and Usyk are coming to the back end of their careers. Are you looking forward enough, Billy, with Martin, that maybe he could go on to even bigger things, like unification, undisputed? Is that not out of the mindset?
The most important thing is winning the next fight in December. After that, winning the world title, and then you think of those things. You can't. I can't sit here now and at the end of August and say unification fights. I mean, a unification fight wouldn't it be a minimum end of 2025 or the beginning of 2026? That's anything can happen in boxing. You don't count your chickens in boxing whatsoever. One fight at a time. December's the next fight, and that's the one we'll be fully focused on.
December, Martin Bakole on a Turkey card. Fantastic. I mean, your training style, Billy, you've been lauded as a no-nonsense, dedicated trainer. He's got resolute loyalty to his boxers and that. How hard do you find applauds to coming at you? Because I know you're a very down-to-earth guy. You don't. I get the sense that you don't take yourself too seriously, but there must be when do you recognize that, maybe I'm all right at what I do?
Listen, it's not for me to make for me to say I'm a this or I'm that. The results are a testament to my gym success, and the real people that you'd need to ask if I was a decent trainer or not is the fighters that fight under us. No,
as
me.
Usual. As usual, a very reserved man. Well, look, Billy, I want to thank you for your time tonight. It's clear that you know where you want for Martin. Hopefully, everything that he wants, he'll achieve with success under your guidance. Thank you for your time tonight. This is iBoxingHub. This is our sponsors coming up. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. And remember, in the promo code, iBoxingHub24 is anything you would like. And as you saw there, a big thank you to Billy Nelson for joining us tonight, giving us his time. He's a very busy man. He had a card last night and graciously gave us his time tonight. What a guy. He doesn't take limelight very, very, seriously. He gets on with the job. No nonsense type of guy. I love that. And he doesn't paint anything over. He tells you the truth as it is, and that's how boxing should be. Well, this is another episode of Mr. Neutral Meats. I hope you enjoyed it. Join us next time. This is iBoxingHub. Thank you very much.
It's another band. All the Muslim calls now, whichever get up. I start my card with a sweet one, please. Someone flicks me a bag by the end. So, it's another one.